Hello, Libya team, and thank you for joining me on the floor today for our stretch and relaxation or our relaxation exercise today. My name is Austin, and thank you for joining me. Remember, before starting any exercise routine, talk to your doctor. Make sure it's the right routine for you. So today we're just going to need a mat because we'll mainly be on the floor today. So what we're going to start with again is with some dynamic stretching, dynamic movement for both our hips and upper body. So we're going to start with our back with some good old-fashioned cat-cow today. So go ahead and lower your stomach towards the ground, raise your head up, make the cow, then raise your back down, back up, and raise your head down to make your cat. So I want you to do this 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, shake it out. Next we're going to do is for our shoulders here. What that's going to look like is we're going to bring our arm all the way up as high as we can, then shoot it through in between our arm and our knee here. Try to reach as far down as we can, reach as far out as we can, then back up. So we're going to do that 10 times each side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, try to get a little bit further, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go ahead and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 1 more, 10. Go ahead and shake it out. All right, next one we're going to do is for our hips here. So what we're going to do is a nice little hip rotation. So lift your leg up, lift your right leg up, your knee up to the side, back around, then down. That's working your whole entire hip. So we're going to do that 10 times each side. So starting with the right hip, lift forward, lift high up and out, and around again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go ahead and switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead, shake it out a little bit. Move your legs around if you need to. All right, now we're going to move into a child's pose. So reach as far out as you can. Drop your booty towards the ground. You can go ahead and make your knees a little bit wider of a stance and try stretch and touch your forehead to the ground. You should be feeling this in your upper shoulder blades here if you're doing the stretch correctly. Don't forget to breathe. Come back up, nice and slow. Now what we're going to move into is we're going to put our left leg back and we're going to put our right leg underneath our stomach, just like this. And then we're going to start putting some weight into the leg underneath us there. Should feel that stretch in the back of our hamstring and a little bit of our butt there. You can sink down into that stretch. Feels good. I'm going to have that first fast motions with the shoulder exercises, with the shoulder stretches at the beginning, those hip rotations in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you go into a much slower pace. Feels good. Sometimes that's what your body needs, is the slower pace to help recover and get ready for the next day. And that's what this Fridays are all about. Is getting ready for the next week of activities. Alright, come back up. Nice and slowly peel off the floor. And go ahead and switch legs. So right leg goes out. Left leg goes under. Same thing, sink into that leg, get that stretch in the back of your hamstring and in your butt. Slowly Come out of your stretch. Nice and slow. Put that leg back out. Go back into our tabletop position. And what we're going to do is a little wrist stretch. So, taking both our wrists here, make sure they're on the ground like this, like they normally are. And we're just going to put pressure into our wrists. Lean forward to stretch out the wrists. Then if you need to take a little pressure, lean back and lean back in. Go ahead, lean out of that. Roll your wrists out if you need to. Now what we're going to do is face our hands like this on the ground. And again, now we're just leaning into those wrists. Don't have to put as much pressure as we did before when the palms were against the ground. But now since the palms are facing up, we want to use lighter pressure for that stretch. Don't have to go as deep. And again, if there's too much pressure, go ahead and sit back a little bit before going back into the stretch. Slowly come out of the stretch. And roll your wrists out if you need to. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a seated position here, into our butterfly. So go ahead and start pushing down with our knees, pushing towards the ground, getting that nice stretch in our groin there. Remember to try to keep your chest nice and tall. We're going to be here for about 30 seconds to a minute here, trying to get a nice stretch in the groin. Try to get a little bit deeper if you can with each passing second. Try to go a little bit deeper each time. More moments. Collect your breath. And release it. All right. Back out, stretch, slowly raise your knees up. Now we're going to do something for the quads. So one leg is going to go behind you like that. We're going to lean, and we're going to lean back. Get that nice stretch in the quad right here. Some people can lean really far back, and I am not one of them. Then once you get comfortable, go ahead and face backwards the other direction. So if your left knee is the one that's stretching out like I am here, I'm going to turn to my right, get a nice big stretch with my upper back here and my neck. So you should be feeling this in your quad and in your back. Go ahead, slowly turn, come out of the stretch. Go ahead and switch legs. So my left leg's gonna be out now. Right leg's gonna come underneath. I want to turn to my left and try to get a stretch with my back. That might be adjusting a little bit to get that stretch. There we go. And you can see I'm actually using my wrist here with this arm to push a little bit further, get a little bit better stretch in my back. And that's okay. It's important to breathe through these stretches. That's what gives you the power, the strength to go through the entire stretch and get a little bit longer, to last a little bit longer. Turn over. Last thing we're going to do is a Cobra Stance today. So it's a pretty advanced stretch here. So if you can't get that far into it, that's totally okay. So what you're going to do, arms are going to be against your chest here. The chin's going to be against the floor. What you're going to do is slowly, as you lift up your butt closer and closer to your chest while keeping your chest and chin on the ground. So what that's going to look like is like that here. As you can see, I can't lift that high up. Some people can go lift their butt off the ground really far. I am not one of those people. So your goal again is to keep your chest and chin against the floor as you raise your butt off the ground. So just like that. And what this does is actually, it's a great back stretch, great posture stretch here. And as you loosen up, you should be able to get a little bit higher up. Try to stay in a little bit longer. And it's okay if you can't get this high up. Just go to where you can feel the stretch. Alright, slowly come back down, straighten out, lift yourself off the ground. Now we're going to do a little bit of a stomach stretch here before coming out of this one. So what you're going to do is face your palms inward here. So like this, not like this or like this, but like that. And you're going to press your head up towards the sky while pushing your pelvis and your stomach towards the ground. And that's going to stretch out your stomach. Feel those muscles stretch. Go to tabletop. Move back and forth a little bit. Move your body around if you need to. Get feeling back in those limbs. Still continue to move if you need it. Move your fingertips, wiggle your toes. Around your neck a little bit. I hope you all had a good time today. I'm glad you got to join me. Thank you for joining us here at Livia doing our Stretch and Restoration Day. If you have any questions, please just email us at fitness@livia.com, and I look forward to working out with you again. Thanks.